Hello, Modified Rabbit here. Um, Pardon my lip. I every time the weather changes, so like the major season shifts, like the end of winter, or like start when it starts getting cold or starts getting warm, I get a cold sore. So I have one. So pardon that. But anyways, welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, welcome. If you haven't been here before, if you haven't, what I do here is live reviews of palettes and such, so that you can, you know, get a good sense of what the palette is like without any editing or anything like that getting in the way or whatever. There's live swatching and stuff like that. So yeah, if you like what I'm doing here or anything like that, I would greatly appreciate the like and or subscribe. um, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this real quick. I have got a very busy week ahead of me. I had a busy week last week. I did a photo shoot, so I was getting ready for that. I started my new part-time job, so which is on the weekends, and I've got a whole bunch of doctor's appointments and stuff coming up. So busy. And then October, you guys, October's coming. I'm so excited. It's my favorite month. It's, I guess like a lot of alternative people, favorite month because we don't get crap for how we look a lot of the time. We actually get complimented lots in during that month. So, which I never really understood, but I'll take it. I don't understand what a month has to do with liking and disliking how I look, but it does. So, anyway, today we are reviewing the Foil Eyes palette from BH Cosmetics. There is a Foil Eyes 2, but we are doing the first one, so it's just Foil Eyes today. Um, and as the name says, it's foils. It's a bunch of foils. That's just great. So, um, have had this palette for a minute, so it's not a brand new palette to me, but we are going to go ahead. It's been a while, so it's going to be kind of like a new uh, swatch and stuff for me as well. So we'll go ahead and get this open and get this little, um, whew, lots of dusty little bits around because it's foil. So as you can see, there is a pretty decent range of color in this palette. So that's kind of nice. I guess we'll go ahead and get to swatching because this is a rather large palette as compared to the last few that I've been doing. I've been doing very short palettes the last few times. So I wanted to take some time and do a longer palette for this review, at least, instead of the tiny palettes that I've been reviewing the past couple times. So we'll go ahead and jump into this and get the swatching done for this, and then we can go ahead and get a look done and give the overall review. So since this palette is pretty large, like it has a wide range of colors, there are, yeah, this is probably going to be quite a long live. So donut snack, maybe. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get into this. This palette does not have names for the shades. So I'm not really going to be able to tell you, oh, this is, whichever shade. So we're just going to go along the top row and keep going down rows for that. So go ahead and get started here. Very beautiful. I love foils, just so as you guys know. Foils are like my favorite thing for eyeshadows currently, anyways. I was obsessed with mattes like a good couple years ago, and then I got obsessed with foils. So, and I also used to hate glitter. So, and for those of you that know me now know that I definitely do not hate glitter anymore. Like I'm very fond of it. So things change. So far these are very nice foils. Nice soft colors, and they are a little dusty though. So let's see. Get into. going to finish off this top row and just dip into the first one, or the second row with the first shade. And these are very, very soft shades, you guys. So it's got a decent range of shades. You've got some softer shades, and we've got some darker ones the further down and over we go. Again, a little bit dusty, so that might be one of the downfalls to this palette is fallout. Wipe my arm off so we can start again. All right, so again, we're going to show you again. As you can see, it starts a lot of light colors, and then it shifts down to some dark colors in that kind of like downward diagonal direction. So we're going to somewhat start seeing a little more of those dark colors now that we're getting past that first row. Dry off my arm. Beautiful. Very nice. These are doing very nicely. Again, the only thing I'm seeing is a good bit of fallout, but it's not enough fallout to where the shades are going to go away. So, or at least there is that. Let's see what we got last. All right, last two shades of the second row, and we'll do the first two of the third. Try and get through these swatches for you guys. Here we are. Very nice. So far out of these makeup wipes that I've been using, I'm pretty keen on these Equate ones. Tried like the Neutrogena, some Morphe ones. I've tried Dollar Tree ones. I've tried a good couple different types. I believe I've tried some Carity ones as well. I didn't really care for the Morphe or the Carity. The dollar store wipes are pretty decent, but they are pretty rough. So, and the Neutrogena, oh, I would love them if they weren't fragranced. It's just horrible. Like it stings my eyes. Like if I wipe some makeup off there. But these Equate ones are really nice. They're gentle and they work. So nice and juicy. All right, let's get some more of this third row in here. Ooh, we got a black in here, so very nice to see that. Come on, there you go. And black. Nice pretty yellow. And a nice goldish shade. As far as getting a little bit of extra removal for makeup stuff, I tend to use this, there's an ELF eye makeup remover type thing. Nice little oily whatever going for it, so that's kind of nice. All right, we're going the last color on the third. I'm getting started on this last fourth row. Get some purples and stuff in there. Ooh, that purple looks a little rough. So since I got my new part-time job, y'all, next month sometime, I'm going to be ordering that camera bundle. And I'm not sure when it'll show up, but I assume it's probably going to be more near the end of the month that I'll get a hold of it. But I'm excited because I will be very happy to have a nicer camera with, you know, an actual, you know, it's an actual photography camera, but it has, you know, video capabilities and whatnot. Very nice ones. And the bundle comes with a mic attachment for it, so that's nice. So I won't have to split from this mic here on this webcam because it's horrible to this little headset that I have set up here so you guys can hear me talking properly. So I've just got a nice little awkward setup just rigged up here and everything. So I think the only thing I'm going to kind of maybe have an issue with is trying to figure out how to get it all set up for you guys to see me because, you know, this webcam can sit right up here on top of my computer, and obviously a big giant camera cannot, so I will have to come up with some sort of setup since my space is limited for right now. But once we eventually move, I will have a nicer setup area. But one thing at a time. I'll also probably have a better background area. This is my whole workspace, so it's always messy for you guys, so I am sorry. All right, so we got the last 4 colors for this palette to swatch for you. That is beautiful. It reminds me of a synthetic hair color called Rockabilly Blue that I absolutely adore. It's a beautiful shade of blue. And that's what that reminds me of. Oh, come on, focus. There we are. So those are the shades in this palette. Ooh, that one kind of, see that third one in this way? You can tell there's a little patch missing because of the fallout. So you definitely want to like buff those out a little bit because they do have a good bit of fallout. So we're going to see how they work on the eye. And I'm thinking of going with that blue and maybe a nice soft pink in the inner corner or something. And there's a green shade that I could put in the middle main portion of my eyelid. We'll see how those work on the eyes. I've got a variety of brushes. I've got some very soft ones and some harder brushes because with foils, sometimes you want those harder brushes. All right, let's get into this. And as usual, we've got a primed eye, non-primed eye already. All right, and again, if I get close to this mirror and you guys see, I'm sorry about my lip. It's just a thing that happens at least twice a year for seasons. It just started getting a little chilly out here, so my lip's like, I'm gonna do this thing that I do all the time now. So I'm like, okay, cool. All right, we're gonna start with this green shade here. It's a nice green. Tap this off, make sure. Okay. Okay, so with a soft brush, it's all right. It's all right. We're gonna go in with this harder brush and see if that does it a little bit better. Okay, definitely want a harder brush. You don't want some, you want something with the bristles that are packed in a lot more closely so that it's not so soft and fluffy, I guess is more the word that you're looking for. Like, you don't want it as fluffy. Okay, so we're going to give this shade, we're going to give them all a pass of 3. very nice even without the primer. We're going to go up this way because we're going to try and go up and out a fun shape with the blue. So it's pretty great for, you know, without some primer and whatnot. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now, oh, yes. With some primer, it does pretty good. That's just one pass until we get all three in there. The eyebrow piercing is definitely going to be something that's in the way when it comes to the shape that I want to, fun little shape I want to do with that blue, but that's all right. All right, and one more pass over with this. Very pretty color. Make sure that goes out the same way. All right. So it's almost the same with and without. It's a little more tightly packed on the shade with the primer. So that's nice. It's pretty true to the pan. So that's pretty great too. Hello, Bandit. Nice to see you. You're always in all of my lives. It's very, very appreciated. Thank you. All right. So we're going to go in while I'm letting this brush dry because I need to honestly wash my brushes and so I have a better selection. But we wiped that one off and we'll let that dry for a minute. We'll use this pink and do the inner corner. Okay, so that is a very soft shade. That's definitely going to need the 3 passes. All right. And so far, considering how much fallout that they had during the swatches, I have not seen any fallout onto my face. So, even without the primer. So that's pretty great. This definitely does so. This shade does so much better with the primer. It is super shiny. I don't even like need the extra 2 passes. Like the first one on its own is much shinier than the this side. So as you can see, very, very, very shiny. So that's very nice. All right, let's go in with this blue now. All the way up here, which on this side I did not put primer all the way up there. So, well, I got it fairly far, so it's not going to be too bad. But we'll still get to see it on the outer corner anyways. It'll blend, it looks like it'll blend pretty nicely with the green. So, one pass. Seems like 2 without primer is pretty good. Definitely 3 is perfect for getting it to show up nicely. And we're gonna go. Oop, kind of gone out there a little far because I got a big brush going. I'm just gonna kind of go under here a little. Kind of like a little afterthought right there. Alright, now we're going to try the prime side. Definitely shows up a little better on the prime side. Not much though. Go around that piercing right there. Very nice. Alright, we still got 2 passes to go. And third. Here we go. In there, okay. Alright, now we're going to see how well these blend together. Pretty decent for the non-prime. A little more work, obviously, but still works just fine for the prime side. There we are. Alright. Look at that. That's pretty nice. I like that. Alright. So, to review, let's put this mirror back here. A big old review of the palette now. So, all in all, it's a really nice palette. I don't know how much it's selling for now. I believe I got it on sale a good while ago. I have no clue why I do not look up these palettes and their prices before my stuff, but oh my goodness, all these ads that pop up in there. Goodness. Alright, we're gonna do foil eyes. I don't know if they even have it anymore, do they? I don't think they have the foil eye palette anymore. You might be able to find it somewhere else though, so sad face because this is a very nice palette. But I would definitely love to see more like reds and stuff, obviously, because they are my jam. The Foil Eyes 2 palette, I don't believe has reds though, but they do have a second Foil Eyes with more shades. This one's pretty nice. It's got a pretty decent range of shades. They're definitely a lot more lighter, softer colors than there are darker colors. Even the dark-ish colors on here are fairly soft. This is one of the darker colors on here with the blue. It is a beautiful shade of blue. The only downfall is a little bit of the, you're going to get a dusty palette. They're pretty dusty foils. But there really isn't any fallout once it gets to your face, from the brush. Again, I would use a tightly packed brush. Ooh, want to focus? I would use a tightly packed brush. I don't know if this is gonna, wants to not focus on me. There we go. But yeah, I would use a tightly packed brush for this. There isn't really much of a downside to it, honestly. These colors are beautiful. They work really well. They blend. They pop well with or without primer, obviously, but as you can see with the primer, they pop just a little bit better. They don't have a lot of fallout. I honestly, again, don't know the price point right now, since clearly BH Cosmetics is not selling the palette as far as I can see. I'll see if I can foil eyes. I'm sure some other places selling it, so you can find it on like Poshmark and eBay and stuff. It looks like more around like $12 to $15. You can get it for less than that if it's used. I'm not seeing it on. Oh, is this the BH Cosmetics one, or is that a tutorial? Oh, that's a tutorial and it's unavailable. Why did they have that unavailable? That's so weird. Kohl's seems to have it, so that's nice. Beauty Bay has it. Let me check this for you guys. $16 on Beauty Bay. So it is a very decently priced palette for how nice it is. It's and the size, and the pan size and everything. It is a very nicely priced palette. A lot of BH Cosmetics palettes are very nicely priced. I personally don't buy BH Cosmetics anymore, even though I do have a lot of their stuff, because I did buy their stuff all the time, pretty much religiously, and like talked about them lots. But I personally don't like the company anymore. It doesn't have anything to do with the quality of their product or anything like super nasty, like, any racist stuff or anything like that. It just has to do with a PR thing that they did, I think a year or two ago, and the way they treated their fans and stuff in that PR. And it was just awful. I didn't like it, so I decided I didn't want to buy them from them anymore. So that, might be something that, you're, to me, I don't like. Since there's so much makeup out there in the world and stuff, ranging in prices and ranging in quality, I'm very keen on customer service and how a company treats their customers over the quality and price point of their product. So even though BH Cosmetics does make some very nice products, I will not shop from them anymore because of how I saw them treat people. So that being said, though, this is a wonderful palette. Again, this channel, I do as unbiased as possible. So even though I don't care for the company, as like personally, I will do unbiased reviews. And this palette is a very good palette, very good price point. If you like these shades, I think this would be a fantastic buy for you. And if you don't like these shades, I'd check out the Foil Eyes 2. I will do the Foil Eyes 2 palette next week, so that you guys can get a glimpse of that as well. But maybe you'll like those shades better. I definitely think that, I don't know if they have come out with a Foil Eyes 3 palette. If they have, I'll have to look into it and see. But if they have, that'd be great if they did some warm shades, because let me check the Foil Eyes 2 really fast. Yeah, they don't really have warm shades. There's a lot more warmer shades in this palette than there are in this one. There is a kind of burgundy shade in here, so this has a lot more chill colors and everything. So yeah, they're this Foil Eyes palette is very good. So I definitely would recommend it if you do buy from BH Cosmetics. So yeah, that is my review. I definitely put the palette up there in the mid upper tier for me. So I should make like a little thing that I can, you know, put, or like a little graph, like chart thing. Maybe do a poster one day with all of the reviews I've done and kind of, stick the palettes, in place on, my favorites to least favorites on the quality and everything like that. Be kind of fun to do. And it's a background ish type thing for these lives. Anywho, yeah, so that is today's review. Considering the palette was not small, the review went pretty quickly. I think it's mostly because this palette didn't really have any major downsides, and it didn't have any like super major upsides. I mean, like the um, Pat McGrath palette, how amazing that is, but it's still a really, really great palette, and it really doesn't have any downsides, so that makes it even better. The price point is amazing. So yeah, so it's so I guess the review went pretty quickly for that. I did swatch these pretty quickly, so that, or I'm just getting quicker at these reviews, which I don't think that's the case. I don't know. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please, please, please like, maybe leave a comment after the live is over. Let me know what kind of palettes you want to see me swatch and do reviews on for you guys. Maybe I'll have it already or be able to get a hold of it. Even if it's a BH Cosmetics palette, if it's something that enough people request, get your friends or something to come in and comment on it. If you really want to see it, I might just go ahead and get it anyways. But yeah, just leave me a comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this and like these live reviews. You get a nice unbiased, unedited experience with the palette, so that you can get go from the swatching to using it to an actual reviews of ups and downs and price point and stuff. So I feel like they're nice full reviews. And even though I'm not a school trained makeup artist, I have been working with makeup for a long time, and I do them in a lot of elaborate looks. I do a lot of really good makeups in with some elaborate looks and some photo shoots and stuff like that. So I've been using it for a long time. So I feel like my reviews are pretty good for being able to trust what I have to say about them, about the palettes. So, but yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, I would definitely appreciate the subscribe. Maybe share the video or any of your other favorite live videos. I've got other videos other than the lives out there that are older, which I do plan to eventually put out more of those pre-recorded and edited contents at some point when I get a little bit less busy, which should hopefully be after October. So, because that, pardon me, editing takes a good bit out of me, and it takes a while because I am just not a digital type person. So, which is why I very much enjoy these live reviews a good bit more than pre-recorded videos. I do that, the pre-recorded edited videos have their charm and stuff. They're shorter and everything like that, but I think these live reviews are a nice little personal way to, talk about these palettes and such, and get to see you guys. And if you have any like questions or anything during the live and that and whatnot, I can, talk to you and everything. So that being said, I do have lots of work to do. I will just keep rambling and rambling and rambling on if people let me. So, and that's mostly because I'm not good at saying goodbye. So we're just going to go bye.